Hello and welcome to Vendzone support video. Congratulations for purchasing a great quality vending machine from Vendzone. Firstly, make sure machine is securely installed at the desired location and it is leveled. Leveling is very important. If machine is not leveled, it may lead to door operation issues or even vent issues. If your machine is equipped with elevator, then it may also affect the correct elevator operation. Here we are showing how the leveling needs to be done for the machine. You can adjust the feet by using a large spanner and rotating the nut to adjust the leveling of your machine. Now, right at the top, you will need what is this called, Udesh?
It's called the spirit level.
Yep.
To level the machine. So
we leveling this horizontally, and we also level it the other way like that, and make sure all the 4 feet is adjusted to ensure that the machine is properly leveled. Okay, thank you. Ensure that the machine does not sit flushed to the back wall. There must be at least 300 mm space at the back for the hot air to escape. So you want to add how the back wall the machine should be facing.
So behind the machine, as Kapil said,
There should be space.
Yeah, about 10 centimeters for the hot air to.
Yeah, there is no wall here, so it's a bit difficult to show, but the machine cannot be flush right connected to the back wall. Okay, so let's begin. Let's locate the key either from the drop box or coin return cup.
So this is a standard combo machine. The key will be in the drop box. Yeah. Your user's manual and all the bits and pieces. The key should be inside.
So you locate the keys, open the machine like this. And pull the sliding door. Now, let me get you acquainted with some of the key components. This is the main controller board, or also known as VMC, stands for Vending Machine Controller. It's the brain of your machine, and it's like a motherboard of a computer. By pressing the button on the board through this hole, you can access the programming menu, which can be used to change price, change temperature settings, check diagnosis, etc., etc. Next, this is the note reader. By default, it accepts $5, $10, and $20 notes. It can accept $50 and $100 notes as well if we enable it to do so. Notes get detected here. So, yep. And if bill escrow feature is enabled from the VMC board, then the notes accepted by the note reader initially sits halfway through here in the escrow area until user selects the product. If user decides to not go ahead with purchase and simply press the reject button here, note will slide back out. However, if selection is made, then the note slides up into what we call stacker. You can access the stacker like this and collect your notes from the stacker like this. Of course, stacker goes back into the note reader like this. Note reader does not give any change in notes back. Please note that. Change is always given back in coins from the coin changer. Note reader will not get active until there is enough change in the coin changer. Of course, you don't want your machine to accept notes if it does not have enough change in coins to give back to your customer. Okay, now let's look at the coin changer. There are 2 main types of coin changers.
3 go.
So there are 2 types of coin changers. This one is MEI, one out of USA, and there is another type which is called NRI Karanza, which is out of Germany, which looks like this. Coin changers are smart. That is, once you fill up coins, or let's call it float money in it, for the very first time it manages the float money all by itself by dropping coin denomination into these tubes as needed. And once the tubes are full, it will drop the coins into the coin box here for you to collect. Coin mechanism has three parts: detection, which happens here, sorting of the coins, which happens there, and the tubes, which stores all your coins. For MEI changes, you can fill coins directly into the tubes. So just put the coins through into the tubes directly. However, for NRI changes, like the other one, the blue one, which Uday is going to show in a minute, we recommend that you use the fill coin menu on the VMC and not put the coins directly into the tubes, which we will cover a little bit later on how to fill the coin mechanism for the very first time. Okay, let's move on to the next component, which is a credit card reader. There are many types of card readers on the market. However, they all work. So credit card reader goes here. There are many types of credit card readers, like we've got one installed on this machine here, and there are all the other types. All the payment systems, that is note reader, coin changer and credit card reader, are connected via one cable to the main board through a protocol called MDB, or Minute Drop Bus. It's a vending communication standards protocol, which means you can plug and play any kind of payment system into your machine as long as it supports MDB protocol. YZ range of machines, which is
YZ 350,
yeah,
YZ 450, and YZ 550.
Yep. Those machines come with 10-inch LCD screen, and elevator and KE range comes with 7-inch LCD screen, just like that. You can upload videos, images and sound files via many ports such as USB stick, SD card, etc., as seen here. And to access the menu to play your desired files. LCD screen gives you the power to communicate with your customers in an effective way. It can also assist your location in case they want to promote any message to their staff or customers by using your vending machine. Okay, moving on to the electric box. This is the electric box. It should only be opened by a licensed electrician in case there is a need. This is an on-off switch. This is the trip switch, and this is a glass heater switch. Glass heater acts like a car demister, so your front glass fogs up. Then you can turn the heater on. Now moving across to here, this is called a tray. Yeah, you can pull the tray out like this for filling the product. Yeah, okay. Please check the transport damage prevention bar. This bar should be removed prior to pulling the trays out by removing the screws here and lifting and removing it like this. So this bar needs to be used only during transportation of the machine. So that prevents the trays from moving. So once this is removed, you can pull the tray out like this. If you transport machine in the future, please put this prevention bar back so the trays can be prevented from moving around. Okay, so this is called spiral, or sometimes referred to as helix. This pushes the product forward until it drops in the drop box. There are three types of spiral setups: double spiral, single spiral without the base bar like this, generally used for chocolates; single spiral with the base bar like this, generally used for drinks. This is called pushers. Some products need pushers to push the product into drop just at the end of the turn. We will cover this in more detail later when we cover how to load the products. If your machine is equipped with elevator, then please also remove the weight transport damage prevention bolt, which Udesh is going to just show us.
So I'll add a bit back. With the elevator machines, the key will be placed in your coin return chute, which is here. So I'll show you how to get started with this machine. Same as a standard machine, you open it. And this head opens up. Once you open, the user's manual and spare parts will be in this bag placed in the elevator.
So we want to talk about the bolt. Maybe Udesh, you might want to talk about how this elevator works and what does the bolt does.
Yeah. So this elevator, when you select the product, it goes up to a shelf and pick the product from the shelf. So to support the weight of the shelf, there's a counterweight installed on the side wall of this machine. So during the delivery, because they're all mounted with threads of steel, so there's a screw up here that holds the counterweight in place. So before you start with the machine, you need to make sure you remove the screw to
Is there a bolt that can be shown?
so this is what
Looks
you
like this.
which looks like
Just
that.
try and put it and take it out.
Yeah, sure. This is how it looks like when the screw is in there.
The machine will be delivered like this when
That's
you
correct.
receive an elevator machine. And you need to remove this screw or bolt, which Udesh is going to show.
Then only it will allow the elevator to go up and down.
So if you transport this machine again in the future, please put this bolt back. This is to prevent the elevator weights from moving around during transportation. Okay, coming further down, this is called the drop box, or also referred to as a delivery bin. For elevator machine, drop box moves up and down like this. On top of drop box, there are sensors on each side like this. We call it vent sensors. These sensors detect if the product selected by your customer has dropped or not. We also want to show the drop box onto the non-elevator standard YZ machine.
This is a non-elevator stand machine that we were looking at before. The vent sensors are located on both sides of the drop box.
Okay, so let's talk about this drop sensors quickly. After inserting money and making a selection, if the vent sensors do not detect a drop, it will get user to make alternative selection. In the end, if it's still if still no product drop is detected, it will return the money back. As an operator, this feature saves you a whole lot of trouble associated with product drop issues. You can undo the clips here to tilt the drop box and access this part here. So this is for the
show that in a standard YZ machine. So these are the clips that you need to lift. So once you lift it, it allows you to open up the drop box.
Now we call this the back part a cooling unit. It is the heart of your machine. It's the air condition that cools your machine. For elevator machine, it can be accessed like this.
Just by lifting up
Yep.
the elevator.
We recommend that you check your cooling unit by opening these two screws here and give a good clean at least once every 6 months.
So this is called the condenser. So that needs to be cleaned up very often. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so this should have given you a good idea of what are the key components of your Vendzone vending machine. Now, let's look at how to load the products. Loading a chip packet or similar products. As you can see, you take the product, turn upside down and load it through the spiral such that the product sits right on the floor and not on the spiral. This is the correct way. This is the incorrect way. Okay. So again, correct way. As you can see, the product is sitting right on the base or the floor of the tray. And again, can we show one more time what is the incorrect way of putting the product? Yep. Excellent. Note, you can adjust the spiral's home position. Home position is adjusted to ensure product drops correctly. So we just do a quick demo on how to change the home position.
You need to pull the spirals towards you, then turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise to get to the right position. It has got 12 different positions. So once you release it, when the tip of the spiral comes to the correct position, it will lock into place. So simply, this is how you do it. So you pull it, turn it around, and let it go until it sits properly.
Excellent.
We'll take it back to the original position.
Okay. Now let's talk about loading the chocolate or similar products. That needs to be loaded like this through the spiral such that it sits on the base of the tray, not on the spiral itself.
So if you have a look at this spiral, this position of the spiral needs to be changed in order to have this chocolate inside. If you leave the chocolate like that, chocolate can drop like this. So what we do is we pull it and change the spiral position to that and
Maybe
place the
7 o'clock?
chocolate. Yeah, about 7, 8, yep. So the chocolate is secured.
Okay, so we want to show the correct loading and incorrect loading as well.
So this is the correct loading. Needs to sit on the tray in between the spirals. Incorrect loading on the spiral.
or in the wrong space. At the back
space.
like this.
Yes.
This is incorrect. This is correct.
This is the correct way.
Excellent. Now, as Udesh covered, you can see a thin chocolate might drop off in the front. So we can adjust the home position of the spiral by pulling it out and turning it clock or anti-clockwise, as Udesh demonstrated earlier. Okay, so let me show you all this on a tray that is already outside. And we will cover all the components of a tray. I'll let Udesh cover the components of the tray.
So you get the main tray. We call these tray dividers. As Kapil showed before, these are spirals. You get the base bars, selection number labels, selection number label holder. So you got guide rails on the side, and this is the main component in the tray, which is the motor. So as this is a drink tray, it has got single motors. if it is a chips tray, you would have double spiral motors in here, and this is called the tilt bar. This is the can tilt bar that prevents the cans falling down towards the machine glass.
Yep. So this is as Udesh pointed, this is a bottle tray. As you can see, this tray has what we call a base bar. In this particular tray, number 60 has got no base bar, and number 61, 62, 63 and all the other up to 65 selections has got the base bar, which is the bar. Can you show the base bar that is been removed, which is sitting at the back? It looks like this. And now we're going to show you how to remove a base bar and why we need to remove. We'll cover that, but let's remove the base bar of 61. So what do you need?
You need a pair of pliers to do that. If you have a look at this tray, this tip here, small tongue sort of thing, which is twisted, you need to straighten it up like that. Then it comes out like this. So this part here, it goes through this hole and locks in.
Excellent. So let's talk about the base bar a little bit. As you can see, this tray has what we call the base bar or support bar or a rail bar. This is used mainly for drink bottles and cans. The weight of the product sits on the base bar, and spiral is merely used to push the product forward like this. Note, if you have the base bar on your tray, then you must also have the tilt bar or a horizontal support bar. Either this one for the bottles or this one. This one is for the can, and can you show the one for the bottles?
This is the one for the bottles,
Yep.
which has got a plastic cover over it.
Yep. So this horizontal bar prevents the product from somersaulting or jamming. Also note that when the base bar is used, your home position of the spiral must always be 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Yep. You can choose to remove the base bar. If you do so, you need to do the following. Remove the base bar, like what Udesh just did. Turn the spiral to 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on the product you're trying to vend, like this. Remove the horizontal bar as well, which
You can either remove it from here without leaving the bracket on the tray, or else you can completely remove the bracket plus the bar from the tray.
and then put the product through the spiral such that it sits on the base of the tray and not on the spiral. So let's show how a product sits on the base bar versus without the base bar. Like that, and without the base bar sits through like that. Perfect. Thank you, Udesh. And of course, we need to test. Once you make these kind of changes, you must test the product and ensure that it is dispensing correctly. If any configuration change is done, we recommend you do 20 vent test. That is, fill up the column and drop 20 times to complete the test. If you're putting any unusual, non-standard product, then you must do at least 100 vent test. Coming on to here on tray 5 and tray 6, you load the cans like this. Particularly when the tray is full, this is how you fill the last can. Udesh, you might want to explain this a little bit.
So when the trays are full, simply I'll show you another one how to do it. So you take the tray completely out and push it a little bit in. Then you feed the can like this to the back and just put it into the actual spiral.
Excellent. So just coming back onto the tray that we have outside here, we want to talk about how can we change the spiral.
So if you have a look at this tray here, if it is a can tray with base bars, the first thing that you need to do is you need to remove the base bar before removing the spiral. So we've shown you how to remove the base bar before, so I'll show you how to remove the spiral. This is called coupling, the plastic white round thing that holds the spiral in place. If you have a look here, there's a small cutout. What you simply do is you twist it anti-clockwise, and until this tip of the spiral comes close to this cutout here, then you pull the spiral out like that. Then it comes out very easy.
Yep.
And it's the same way that you
And put it back.
put it back.
Yep.
You can lift the spirals like motors like that a little bit. That tip of the spiral needs to go through the cutout, and bottom of the spiral needs to go behind this small lip. So I'll show you how to do it.
How about if we just remove that last motor altogether from the tray and then show it
Yeah, sure.
one more time?
Yeah. How to undo the. We'll show you how to remove the motor as well.
Yep.
Need a pair of nose pliers, which is this one here. So you got two pins connected to the motor. So you undo that, and just gotta be careful with the cables, not to damage them. Yeah. A single motor. So this is how we put the spiral into the motor. Bottom goes like that, and the top goes through the cutout, and then you twist the spiral. It locks in place. It's
Maybe
all
one more
secured
time,
now.
out and in.
Yeah. So this is how you take it out.
And in.
Yep. In. Out.
Excellent.
Very easy.
They should give you a very good idea on how to load products or change products, change configuration on your trays as and when needed. Now, let's look at the menu function. Like I mentioned earlier, you can press this button on the VMC. Let Udesh.
This is the motherboard of the machine, VMC again.
Yeah, you remember VMC?
Yeah.
Vending machine controller board right here. Press this button and the screen in the front will change like this. Now controls to navigate through the VMC function menu is with the keypad here. Okay, so star button is always to scroll through the menu. Hash button is always used to enter or to save a setting, and C button is always used to either cancel or go back. So let's press star and go through the menu items.
So we press the service button in the motherboard now. The machine is saying service mode, please press enter. As Kapil said, enter is hash, so you gotta press hash once. So now you're in the main menu. Kapil?
Yep, so the first one is fill coins menu. Now fill coins menu, you can press a hash to go to this menu to fill coins one by one into your coin changer if you're using NRI Karanza, the blue one, or alternatively if it is MEI coin changer, then you can just fill coins straight into the tubes. No need to go into this menu at all. Press star again to go to the next menu. Okay, so the next menu is set price. Press hash to go into the menu. Select the item you want to set the price for. Let's say number 10, and set the price like this.
So you press hash to change the price.
Yep.
So if you want to change it to $1, we type in, you use the numeric keypad here and push in 0, 0, 0, 100 and then hash again to save it. So we've just changed the price of selection number 10 to $1.
Let's do one more and show how we can change the price for the whole tray.
Whole tray. So we are still in the set price menu. We need to enter 1 star if you want to change the prices of the first tray. So if you want to do the second tray, it's 2 star, and third tray 3 star. So likewise, you can change the price of the complete tray by entering the tray number with star.
And if you put star, it'll change
the price of the complete
price
machine.
for the whole
Yeah,
machine.
whole machine.
Yep. So let's do one more.
Yeah, we'll do tray 1. We'll change it back to $10. 0. So it's
Excellent.
all saved.
Excellent. So we'll continue to scroll through the menu. I won't go through all the menu items, but we'll just scroll through. So this is for testing the motor. Next one for again testing all the motors. Let's keep going and so on. So let's stop here, and before we talk about this, we just want to talk about the booklet. Simply locate the booklet bag, which looks like this, which Udesh has showed before, and it has got some contents. Udesh, you want to go through all the contents of the bag?
Sure. So when you purchase your brand new machine, you get this booklet. So you get spare number labels for the trays, and you get some spare screws, spare fuses. So there should be 2 different types of fuses depending on what machine you purchase. And so we've already taken the main keys out of this bag to open up the machine. Now what we got here is the key to open up the coin box, which we'll show you, which we have shown you already, and the remote control for the LCD screen, 10-inch LCD screen, spare nuts, and some rubber pads, and you get your price labels here.
This price label depends. Sometimes it's the older models, the other models have got different type of price labels.
So if you have a look at this one here, for instance, so this is one type of price label. So you just need to use a felt pen to color them and make the prices.
Let's look at the booklet that it comes with.
So you got your warranty certificate and the user's manual.
Okay, so let's keep it like that. We want to talk about this booklet. I suggest you read through this booklet in your own time and go through the full programming menu. There's details about this and some leveling, which we covered. Next page. Loading the products we've covered, refrigeration we've covered, and programming. So yep, next page. It has got all the menu items like what we covered in the video on how to set price, how to test motors, etc., etc. But the main one that we want to cover in this video now is the vend options. So let's go onto the machine again. So these are the contents of your booklet. Going back to the machine, we are at vend options. Press hash to go into vend options. Now I would like to warn you not to make any changes in this section unless you are absolutely clear what you're doing. Any alteration here could change the behavior of your machine adversely or could even damage your machine. So let's look at each of the menu item very quickly. Force vent, multi vent. Force vent functions allow people to buy something once they put the money in. It's off by default. Multi-vend function allows people to buy more than one product in one transaction and gives the change only when the coin return button is pressed. Free vend allows you to vend products for free. Again, I won't go through all the menu items. Please refer to your booklet to go through these menu items in details. Coming to temperature settings, we'll wait for, yep. You can make change to the temperature settings like this by adjusting your cabinet temperature. Udesh, you want to show how to change the cabinet temperature?
So when you see temperature on the screen while you're going through the menu, you press hash to get into the menu. So within the temperature menu, there are 3 different menus that you can see. The temperature unit, in Australia we set it to Celsius. Cabinet temperature, this is what you'll be looking at, and we've got set defrost temperature, and we recommend you not to change any of these information or the data.
Yep, so there's a warning here that do not touch any other temperature settings like delta 1, 2, defrost setting, etc, etc. Only thing that you ever touch is your cabinet temperature, and we'll show you how to change the cabinet temperature.
So when you see cabinet temperature on the screen, you press hash, which is enter. Now it'll show you the current set point, which is obviously Vendzone will do it for you. But if you want to change it, you press hash twice, then you enter your desired temperature. We'll change it to 4 degrees, and then you press hash again.
Excellent. We want to talk about how to change the date and time. Udesh, can you please?
So to go back, you press C once. It will take you 1 step backwards. So we're still within the temperature. So you press C again to go another step backwards. So we're in the main menu now. So we can keep pressing star button until you see time enter, which is the next one. So you press hash to go into the menu. Now hash again. Now you can use the keypad to input the correct date and time if it's not set to the correct date and time. And enter. To go back, you press C once. Yeah.
Excellent. So we'll just scroll through the menu again and until we reach the vend options. Excellent. This should have given you a gist of what is involved with the VMC functions menu. Now I suggest that you spend some time going through your booklet that we showed you and go through all the menu items to see what functions the machines is equipped with and how you can take the benefits of those functions. Now I suggest that once you've gone through all those menu items in your booklets, you can fill up the coins in your machine as per the denomination here on this page. We'll show you the page in a second. Okay, so you might want to read out this what is needed for MEI and NRI coin changes to denominations.
So we've got 2 lists here. Depends on depending on what sort of a coin mechanism that you've got. If you've got a MEI CF7000 coin mechanism, these are the number of coins that you require. So you need to have minimum of 25 of the $2 coins, 20 of the $1 coin, 20 of 50 cent, 50 of 20 cent, and 100 of 10 cent coins. And this is the list for NRI coin mechanism. If you have an NRI currency blue C2, these are the number of coins that you require for the first fill. 50 of $2 coins, 55 of $1 coins, 56 of 50-cent coins, 60 of 20-cent coins, and 160 of 10-cent coins.
Excellent. So that'll get your coins sorted for your machine, or the float set up for your machine. As I mentioned before, the float is auto managed. It means you don't have to continue to keep filling the coins into the machine every now and then. The machine will manage the float by itself. So all you need to now do is, if you fill the coins, fill up the products as we've discussed before. Set the pricing on your VMC. Of course, you need to also put correct price tag stickers on the trays, like shown there. Price labels are in your booklet, which we covered. And once you do all of these, you can start making money. We want to cover some of the things that we recommend you to do. Ensure that you have below items or tools in your bag, in the machine, or in your car all the times. And I'll let Udesh cover all the things that we recommend you carry, or either leave it in your machine.
Set up. So you require a set of Phillips head screwdrivers and flathead screwdrivers, pair of standard pliers, pair of nose pliers, and a socket set. You'll be using the 7mm socket most of the time, but it's always good to have a complete socket set with you. You might need it. And this is the spirit level that we use to level the machine. And this adjustable spanner. If you've got an elevator machine, it's always handy to keep a tape measure with you. If you reconfigure the trays, if you change the tray heights, you'll be needing this to change the settings in the machine. And bottle of glass cleaner, rag, and 2 different types of tape. Double-sided tape if you want to put some notice inside the machine, and some masking tape if you put a sticker on the machine, and some sticky tape. So those are the main things that you require to have in the car or your service van or in the machine. This will help you to pretty much do anything in the machine.
3.
Okay, so now we're going to do a quick demonstration of product dispensing of in our YZ model as well as elevator model. Udesh?
So first we're going to have a look at our YZ450. Here we'll put a pair of chips from this machine. And we'll move on to the elevator machine. So yes, you know, it's a drinks only machine. You can even have in glass bottles because it has got elevator. So we'll try to vend a bottle of water from this machine, which is number 25.
Excellent. I trust you found this information valuable in setting up your machine and get it going. I encourage you to go through all the videos on our YouTube channel as well as that on our Vendzone website under support section. Thank you very much and good luck. Thank you, Udesh.
Thanks.
Thanks.